Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Hoodie Priestess Tarot. I'm Jodine, your host, and we're going to do a tarot reading for you today using the Tarot of the Great Outdoors, and we'll do a Celtic cross spread, and if we want to do any clarifying, then we will use the Mara Loon Tarot, and then for your Oracle card, we're going to draw from the Urban Crow deck. So let us begin. We're drawing an oracle card for Sagittarius Collective or Sagittarius Collective out right now. All right, let's see what we have. Just to set the tone, maybe. Nature. Well, good. If that's your oracle card, then I guessed right, picking out the Great Outdoors for the Tarot of the Great Outdoors for your reading. So nature is number 32, and 3 plus 2 is a 5, and 5 is the number of disruption and change. It's on the bottom of the deck. Sacred space. Isn't that a beautiful card? You know, by the way, feel free to pause the video and take screenshots of any of this stuff if you want to. It's really nice to have a record to look back on for your tarot readings. I always find that tarot readings unfold over time. So this is number 43, and 4 and 3 is 7. And I always think of 7 as the number of spirit at work in your life. Okay, so let's look up nature and see what we have. Nature. It is our connection to nature that fills our spirit and reunites us with divine energy. Living in a city full of concrete buildings, it can feel as though Mother Nature resides so far away. But she is here in the grass that sprouts up in the cracks on the sidewalk, in the overgrown empty lots, in the birds that mingle with us in the park. All we need do is look, and we will find that connection. Nature asks that you see the evidence of divine energy that is all around you, regardless of the landscape. When nature appears, it may also indicate that you are long overdue for some outside time. Take this as a cue to go for a walk, head out into a park, or go to a beach. New ideas and inspiration will come through connecting with nature. Nice. I could probably use that advice myself. Let's just give a quick glance to number 43, sacred space. Maybe your sacred space is your nest, your home, or maybe it's the beach, or your favorite path in the woods. Sacred space may also point to an inner place, a belief you hold dear. As a place that brings comfort and nurtures your development. This is your sanctuary. When you receive this card, it is a call to rejuvenate your spirit. It's time to connect with the healing energy of your sacred space. Make time to connect with this space, as it will help you center your energy and recharge your spirit. Very nice. Okay, we're going to set them right here. I don't know if that's in the camera, but we'll take them out if we need to. And let's get into your tarot reading. Like I said, we'll do the Celtic cross. And these are beautiful cards, but you look at the colors on those cards. This deck is based on the United States of America's national parks. And it pretty much follows the same interpretation as the Rider-Waite Smith. Every now and then it's a little bit different. So if I feel like I need to, I will definitely look in the little book. And they're a brand new deck, so they are still slippery and a little bit stubborn to shuffle. I'm going to do one more shuffle. And this is for Sagittarius. Celtic cross spread for Sagittarius Collective. All right. And this is you, Sagittarius. Four of Sticks, or the Four of Wands. And this is what crosses you, the Eight of Stones. This is the past. It's a 7, the Chariot. This is the card of the future, 10 of Stones. This is what you know, and it's Judgment. This is what you don't know, the High Priestess. Sagittarius, this is how you see yourself, the King of Vessels. And this is how others see you, the Three of Sticks. This card represents your hopes and your fears, the Ace of Blades. And this card is the potential outcome, the Page of Vessels. It's Mother's Day as I record this, and there's a lot of action out on the streets. There's a group of people selling flowers on the sidewalk at a church that's not too far from here. And they're yelling out. They're yelling out to passersby in the cars, and the cars are beeping in support. So you may hear some of that noise filtering in. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Vessels. We got the King of Vessels and the Queen of Vessels on the table right now. Okay, Sagittarius, that is your spread, and now we can talk about it. Well, I get the feeling, Sagittarius, that you are kind of a loner. And that you really are into nature. Like, you're a person who, like, it wasn't any mistake that I just chose the decks that I did. Like that came through as I was thinking about you and thinking about doing this reading. Because here you are. Here's the card that identifies you. It's the Four of Sticks, which is the Four of Wands, also known as the 1111 card. And in other tarot decks, and in this one too, this is a card about being at home among your kindred community. This is, it's a celebration card of the world that you have built, your success in your work, your community of people, your network of people that you have encircled yourself with, your community that you find yourself in. It's a celebration of stable, happy foundations. And this is a very happy card. It's a very beautiful card. But you can see who the kindred spirits are. They're the trees. It's the fire. You're a fire sign. There's fire within. There's fire at the center. There's fire at the center of you. And I get feeling that you're a person who's very happy on his or her own. You're not lonely. And what crosses you is an interesting card too. The Eight of Stones which correlates to the Eight of Pentacles. And it's a card of work. It's a card of artisanship. It's a card of possibly repetitive work. And this is what crosses you, and maybe it's a challenge. You know how teamwork makes the dream work? Some of us could care less, really. We're independent souls. And I wonder if that's how you are, Sagittarius. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck and in a lot of other tarot decks, this work card is depicted as the man who is sitting there and he's literally making money. He's chiseling out pentacles. And you can see that he's an artisan. He's done it so many times, he's very good at it. And yet it does sort of denote the repetitiveness of the work itself. What's interesting is that we don't have those pentacles here, or the person working alone at something repetitively. This is what it says here. Humans are very goal-oriented creatures. People like to have goals, take steps toward it, and achieve something tangible. Oftentimes, however, you end up with less than desired results. Unripened tomatoes, roses that don't bloom, or seeds that just never sprout. Experienced gardeners will agree that sometimes the real pleasure is achieved in just doing the work, regardless of the outcome. So I would say, you know, with this as a challenge, maybe a challenge to enjoy your work, maybe a challenge in working with others or being part of a team. What has your past been? Your past has been the Chariot. The Chariot moves forcefully. It moves forcefully and decisively, and once it gets going, it does not stop. It's a card of getting everything balanced and we're gone. It's a fast card. It's a fast-moving card. And I have a feeling you've been a person who's moved around a lot, Sagittarius, and you've been a loner, maybe a drifter. But in the future, it looks like some settling down is in the offing. Some settling down. Some building a life. The Ten of Stones, the Ten of Pentacles, is very much a family-oriented, job-oriented, life wealth-oriented card. It's the card of legacy. It's the card of building a legacy that you will pass down to your generations. And it's interesting, too, that both the King and the Queen of Cups are on the table. And we do, vessels, they're called in this deck. Vessels, cups. These are the cards of emotions. This is the suit of emotion. This is the suit of love. I wonder if there isn't a relationship budding for you, Sagittarius, and a notion that you are going to settle down, that you've been a roamer and you've been a loner for most of your life, but you're going to settle down, and that's going to take some work for you. You know, that's going to be a change. Number 5, disruption and change, right? We talked about this. I think Sagittarius is very much, the Sagittarius I'm talking to, very much invested in building some sacred space. Though I think you've always had it. But I think right now, the sacred space is going to go. I think your sacred space has been inside of yourself. And now you can see what's happening there. I'm reading for Sagittarius or Sagittariuses who are thinking about starting a family. What do you know? You know about your judgment. You know about making decisions and carrying through with them. You're capable of doing that. You're capable of ordering your own life and being successful in it and being comfortable in it and being comfortable in rugged terrain. I really think you are a nature person, a nature-oriented person, the Sagittarius I'm talking to. But now what you don't know is this High Priestess. What is the High Priestess? The High Priestess is the card of Pisces. This is the intuitive one, the one who's aware of the subconscious and the things that lie underneath the surface, the deep feelings that we don't really ever confront unless there's some reason to. There's a reason to. There's a reason for you to confront your deep, watery feelings. Sagittarius, I think you're in love. I don't see the Lovers card on the table, but I see lovers. So how you see yourself is somebody who is really good at, you see yourself as an emotionally mature person. And you're somebody who probably can give good counsel to others. Maybe, or at least I would say, maybe not give good counsel to others, but you are comfortable around other people's turbulent emotions. You're somebody who's pretty stable when the going gets tough. Sagittarius is a rock. Sagittarius can hold it together. You're not flighty. You're not panicking. You're pretty steady. And how others see you as somebody, I don't know. Are you an opportunist? When I saw, that was my first, there's lots of things to see in this card. Because this is the person who's looking for an opportunity. This is the entrepreneur. This is very much the person who goes it alone, right? Yeah, this is the person starting their own business. It's looking for an opportunity to start their own business. Actually, the Two of Sticks might be looking for an opportunity to start their own business. This one's already done it. This is a further development. This is an independent person. This is somebody who can manifest. This is somebody who can create something from nothing. It's a very powerful card, Sagittarius. Hopes and fears. And here we get to, now you know what this is. This is the Ace of Swords. Hopes and fears that you're going to see clearly, that you're going to be able to think clearly. Because I feel like maybe with this love and this desire to, you know, go in a direction that is quite a bit different than the one you were going in before. You're going through a major life transition, Sagittarius. I think I am reading for a person who has a way of speaking that can be kind of cutting. Have you ever been told that? I wonder if you don't have a sharp tongue. That's what I'm trying to say. And you know that a sharp tongue is a tool. Look at what he's holding in his hand. That is a tool. Just like if we were looking at the Ace of Swords, that Ace of Swords is a tool. And a tool does a good job when it's used for what it needs to be used for. But it can also do a lot of damage, right? Yeah. Anything sharp can do a lot of damage. And I think you have a sharp tongue. That's intuitively what I feel when I look at these cards. And I'm seeing you grasp that ability to be sharp and learn how to wield it to your advantage, because I think you want to be in love. And I think you might be entertaining ideas that, and I'm a fire sign too, believe me, I know how it feels to go through your life constantly feeling like you might be too much for everybody. You might be too intense for everybody. You might be too opinionated, blah, 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 too much, screw it. It sucks. But when I see this in this reading, in this particular reading, I think you might be dealing with that aspect of your personality. Oh, I want to do something different. I want to be in love with the Queen of Cups, and I want to have a radically different life. That's what I really want. Those are my deep, secret, watery, emotional desires. And it's all a new world for you, hon. New waters to navigate. Literally new waters to navigate. And you want to see yourself as being softer, maybe more emotional, maybe more compassionate, maybe more less of a blade and more of a flow, more of a water. What is the Queen of Cups? You know, the Queen of Cups, besides possibly being your mate, the Queen of Cups really does stand for somebody who's a good listener, somebody who's compassionate and tender and can take you under her wing and listen to your worries and your angers and your emotions, and she can take it. Maybe this is the person you love. Maybe the person you love is somebody who can do that for you. You think so? It's a big deal, isn't it? I think you're confronting your personality. And that's okay, right? You're going in a new direction. Lots of things to think about. And that's what that sword would do. That sword would think. Right? The swords are of the mind. The blades are of the mind, yes. I'd like to do a little clarification on that blade. All right. Mara Loon Tarot, please show me clarification on Sagittarius's Ace of Blades. Please show me clarification. Show me the Ace of Blades. Thank you. Yeah, the Five of Cups. And here, Five of Cups, Sagittarius. That's what it looks like. It's the River of Tears. It's the regret. It can be grief over loss. You see, 3 cups are spilled. 5 are still standing. Life isn't over. Once this person is done grieving, this is not the end of the line. Once they're done grieving, they've still got 2 cups to pursue. What else is here? The Devil. The Devil, old patterns, old attachments, old ways of doing things, our fears. Oh. And the Sun. Leo. Hey, Sagittarius, did you have a relationship with Leo in the past? And boy, I bet you 2 hotheads could have really said some things to each other with your sharp tongues. Is that what happened? Or maybe it wasn't Leo. Maybe, you've had relationships in the past that have ended in some sort of regret. But you know what? We all have. We all have. And those things, here's another way of looking at it. Not that you literally were with Leo, but maybe you were. But I mean, those relationships revealed some things to you about yourself. So yeah, those old past relationships had an ability to reveal to you things about your personality that you're thinking about now. And what's on the bottom of the Mara Loon deck is the Magician. Because you are going to manifest. You are going to create. You are going to create what you desire. And it really looks to me like that's a new relationship. And that's growth, and that's wonderful. And you are able to go in a new direction. It's an opportunity. There's the wheel. Yeah, you have an opportunity to go in a new direction. And you're giving it a lot of thought. You know, the Hangman, you're trying to get a new perspective. And here's the Emperor. You're bossing up, getting ready to take control of things. What does the Emperor do? He takes control. Here's the Nine of Pentacles, the single person. Yeah. Let's put this stuff back because there's a little story in this deck too. There's the Queen of Cups, right? We've been looking at the Queen of Cups. And then underneath her we have Death. We have the Sun. That Sun card's come up a couple times now. Maybe your Queen of Cups is a Leo. You have a thing for Leos. Did you have a bad time with a Leo? Now you're getting ready to go with Leo again. Who knows? Maybe I'm taking it too literally. The interesting thing about the Sun in this deck is that it's a setting sun. It looks to me like that's what it is. It's a setting sun. Isn't that a couple watching the sunset? Oh, that's sweet. The setting sun along with death. The sun is setting on something. Here's the Tower. Something's blowing apart. And right underneath that, we have the relationship card, the Two of Cups. Something about the way that you have conducted your relationships is blowing apart. The sun is setting on the way you have conducted relationships, and a transformation is taking place. Yeah, and then we've got the Nine of Cups. Underneath all of that, we've got the Nine of Cups, and we have Temperance. You know, I could be talking to a Sagittarius here who wants to confront maybe a little heavy drinking problem. I don't know. Is there a drinking problem? I know there's more than one Sagittarius, and most of this reading seems like it's focused on one Sagittarius, but that doesn't mean that other Sagittariuses are not also present here. This looks to me like somebody's confronting a drinking problem, or it could be other drugs. It doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol. And then I just see a relationship here. This is somebody who's been in a relationship for a long time, maybe. This could be an older couple in maybe the sun-setting years of their life. I did sort of see death here, like actual physical death when I first looked at it. The Tower, you know, that could be a health. You know, there's a lot of people, and we're all in different phases of our lives. But all the phases of our lives are beautiful. They're all growth and development. We never stop learning about ourselves. Never, never, never. I don't care, you know, how old you get. We're still learning about ourselves. But the person who claimed the limelight in this reading is really learning a lot about their personality, and they're getting ready to make big changes. So I am going to wish you all the luck building your sacred space. How exciting for you. And Sagittarius, hang around with me, and I'll do more tarot readings. The more you watch my tarot readings, the better I'll get to know you, and the more you will see your life reflected in those tarot readings. So that's what I have today. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. I don't know where you are, but it's probably beautiful weather. Okay. Take care, my friend. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.